to today's home hint. I'm in a boiler room in a furnace room today, and I'm looking at some different systems, and I want to talk about the condensate system that we often see in these new modern furnace systems, high efficient systems, and show you what I often find. Okay, so here we got looking into the furnace. I'm not a big fan of the high efficient systems because there's one component that often has problems, and that is the condensate system. So if you look at this one, you can see there's a drip coming down the basically I should step back a bit. When they're burning the fuel, under normal circumstances a furnace is going to burn about 80% of the fuel in a modern day system, and then what they do is they transfer that heat around the furnace through combustion chambers and so on, and they get the last little bit of heat they can possibly get out of the system. And what happens when you do that is you create condensate, and that condensate has to be dealt with. So they have drains and so on there, and you can see here the condensate's been dripping down and ending up in the bottom of the cabinet. So it normally wouldn't be a big problem, except that condensate that's being formed is acidic because of the products of combustion. What's in the fuel essentially makes it acidic. It looks clear as bell, but it is acidic, and when it lands on the metal it does this. And if you don't catch it in time, it can do different things. It can build up into the fan, it can shut your furnace down as a result of that, or it can just rust out the cabinet. And if you can imagine, the cabinet is blowing air from down under here, blowing it up around the combustion chamber, but not through this area. It's not supposed to be in here. And if that burns a hole through there, now you're going to have some air blowing up into the combustion area, and who knows what it might do then. So we want to catch these drips before they create too much damage. So it's really a good idea to pull the cover off periodically, make sure that you're checking your furnace, and make sure the leaks are stopped. Sometimes it's as simple as tightening up a clamp. Other times the glue joint has come loose, and I think it might be the case in this case. I can see some water around here. So it might be, something you have to call a plumber for. Probably is, but you should check it every now and again. And then there's a couple other things that can go wrong in these systems, and not mid and high efficient systems. They have a flame sensor that goes out here. That's this piece right here. Basically, when the flame starts up, it has about 5 to 20 seconds, I suppose, to prove to the gas burner that there's heat there. So what it does is it sends back a signal back to the gas valve and tells the gas valve of the computer, in this case, that there is heat, so you can keep the gas valve open. When that gets a little bit of carbon buildup on it, it will not send that signal back to the computer, the motherboard, and it'll shut the furnace off. So that's a big problem. Igniters sometimes can be a problem, but they're all pretty common on most furnaces, within the last 30 years. So that's today's home hint. Hopefully it's giving a few of you some ideas. A lot of people know what I just talked about, but if you didn't and you benefited from it, subscribe, like, and we'll see you in the next one.